Today is the day that we say goodbye to the beautiful Grian mansion behind us, because today we are swapping bases. And part of me is relieved to not have to work on this because I've been putting off certain things for a little while. The other half of me is actually kind of worried because I'm moving into a base that is way less finished than mine. Now, before we get into this swap, I just want to say that Zedaph has absolutely free reign over the mansion. I am a-okay with whatever he decides to do with the place. And it would be really good if we showed him how awesome our community is and we give him plenty of support during this base swap. So, let's go and meet up with Zedaph and let's talk terms. First of all, I need to figure out where his base is. Every time I've found Zedaph's base, it's been by accident. I'm pretty sure it's near Tango's base, but I'm not sure. Oh, that's his new name, Zedaph. Swap time? You know what? This is Zed's problem now. This is Zed's problem now. Oh. I better take that with me, just in case.
Grian, my friend, I guess I should start off by welcoming you to my base.
Yes. It's awesome. This is the best, one of the best bases on the server. Just gotta say.
Thank you.
You've
Thank you very
done
much.
an amazing job here.
Is there anything I need to know about this place? Any leaky pipes or booby traps or anything like that I should know? 360
degrees finished all the way around. There's a bit of a mess, which I'm quite glad to be leaving behind. Like, there are just chests and shulker boxes everywhere, so if that annoys you, it's your problem now. It's your mess. Good luck.
Oh, boy. I hadn't really looked at the mess. I'd kind of looked past that and saw the beauty of the mansion.
It is quite easy just to look past it. I just want to say that you are free to go nuts and do whatever you want, with the sole exception of perhaps blowing the whole thing up.
Right. Okay, so don't make a TNT and creeper powered wither farm.
Yeah, I'm glad I said that because it sounds like you were planning on blowing the whole thing up. I actually have one other thing that I technically should show you, because I have two bases, but I'm gonna have to show you kind of off camera. So if I can do a 3, 2, 1 clap, can we just cut to my secret base? Yeah. Okay.
Of course we can.
Go 1, 2, 3. Well, here it is, the giant diamond secret base.
That took us so long to get here.
We are in Cleo's base now. This doesn't belong to Corrales anymore, so you own all of these diamonds, including Pesky Bird over here, so please feed him regularly.
What does he like?
Seeds.
Just any old seeds,
Just
okay.
Seeds and blood.
And blood. Okay. Wow, I'm staying away from Pesky Bird, but that's fine.
This is where it is. Okay. I find this place by accident occasionally, but I've never been able to find it directly. So this is the front door?
This is literally the front door. I believe you stole it once or twice, so you should know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Literally in front of my eyes.
It's my door now.
It's true, yeah. Do what you like with it. Do what you like. Steal it as much as you need to.
So this is it, the Zedaph cave, or actually the Grian cave now.
This is Grian's cave of contraptions, yeah. It's jam-packed full of all the craziest, wackiest contraptions your brain could ever imagine. So be careful is my advice.
Okay. And I'm free to do whatever I want.
You can pull any button, any lever, press anything, do whatever you like.
It's
all yours.
So many buttons and levers.
The thing right in front of you, be very careful about. That is a void hole. So, yeah.
What? Down here?
It takes you to the void.
No, it doesn't.
It will if you press that red button.
What red button? This red button.
The big red button.
Oh, there is. Okay.
Just be careful of that. A lot of things can kill you. A lot of things might break/explode or both.
I'm gonna have so much fun here. All right, I guess good luck with your new mansion, and
Thank you.
I've got some work to do.
Okay, I would shut the front door on my way out, but it's gone. So goodbye.
Bye. Okay, so we have officially inherited Zedaph's base, and there's quite a lot going on in here. I've done a little bit of exploring, and I think I've understood what all of these contraptions are, or at least I think I have. This thing is a very clever device that tells you where the sun is, and I think this is the moon. So if you let enough time pass, it should... actually, might go to that one. There it is, there it is. Okay, so yeah, it tells you where the sun is in the sky because, of course, we are completely underground. This is a golf course, I think. Some sort of putting thing. Take this. Nailed it. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. This is a device that I haven't actually tried, but I've been itching to give a go. I think that this makes potions. Step 1, select how many to brew. I guess that's 3. And then select your potion type, then look up. Invisibility. And... oh my goodness. It chucks it in the... that's amazing. Okay. Delivery method. Nothing. Is that it? And it just brews it. This is incredibly clever. When this hits the bottom, I think we're going to end up with invisibility. That's amazing. That is honestly amazing. So, what am I to do with my new base? This thing here is amazing. The magic puddle, okay? So, in theory, of course, you could just right-click and you end up with a water bucket, right? Well, no, not in Zedaph's base. In Zedaph's base, you throw the bucket in and it throws. It's the most useless machine I've ever seen. But it's also amazing. It seems to me all of Zedaph's machines, I suppose my machines, just make really simple tasks take a little bit longer. And I would love to add one of my own to this contraption cave. But for now, what I really want to do is improve the cave itself. I feel like it's been excavated, but not really a lot of attention. And look, you can tell it's nighttime. There's the moon at the moment. So there's not been a huge amount of attention done to the actual excavation of this thing. So I think I want to open it up. I want to try and improve the look of the cave. And then I want it also to look... I still want it to look like a cave. So let's hop into a time lapse and work on improving the general look of the cave. This is going to be a horrible thing to work on, by the way, because when you work on something that's above you, you gotta scaffold up, go up, and yeah, it's not fun. It's not a fun way to build. Building things above you is never fun, and this is going to take quite a long time. So why don't we just get into it and try and tidy up this cave a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, a few hours later, and I have got this place looking a little bit tidier. Now, one of the biggest things that you will notice that's changed is these support pillars. The cave just felt like it was all unsupported. It didn't feel like it would normally hang the way it was. So I decided to add lots of these supports everywhere just to make it feel like this place would feel structurally sound. But this is not all that I have planned. You'll see that I left like this little groove over here. Now, my plans are to have some minecarts going around, and I've also got a few more ideas for detailing things. So while I have made some nice improvements, in my opinion, I actually have a few more plans on how to improve detailing wise. I'm thinking there needs to be some more like rocks. I maybe even need some like holes that go into the ceiling, have some vegetation growing down, make this feel more organic than it currently does. It's very bland, it's all stone, so I also need to think about some texturing and things like that. But it is a start, and that's the main thing. But it's not the only thing that I worked on, because you think I was just going to leave the Cleo and Corrales game up to Zedaph and everyone else? I am too excited about that. So, we're going to do it again. 1, 2, 3. That's right. We are back at the secret base, but obviously I don't own a secret base anymore, so I've made another secret base. And it's a secret base attached to my old secret base. Oh man, it just keeps getting better. This way, I'll still be able to participate in the Corrales games. And I thought we might be able to do something in the city this episode. So, we can move parts of the city into the sewer, scare Corrales, make him laugh, add graffiti, or... let's change this sign first. So, let's have a look and see if there's something we can do over in the city. I've come up with a pretty good way of, I believe, scaring Cleo. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a high likelihood that she will sit in this here chair. And if she doesn't, Corrales will at some point. It's just a matter of time. And in order to avoid spoilers, I'm going to make sure that I don't post this on my video until someone has sat in the chair. Ha! I'm ahead of you. You can't spoil everything. So, here's the plan. I got to take everything out of here first. And what I'm thinking we're going to do is make it so that when she sits here, she's going to fall. And she's going to fall all the way down. And what will she find at the bottom? Well, that's kind of the difficult part. I'm going to have to try and trap 4 creepers in here. So, how do we get this to work? Well, we're going to have to do a little bit of reconfiguring in order to make this work. And I'm actually pretty proud of myself for this one, because, funny story, I asked Impulse and Etho to help me out with this design, and it turns out it was a little bit more tricky than we initially thought. But we got there in the end, and it was actually me that came up with some old redstone that made it all come together. It ended up being a very, very simple solution. So, all we have to do is we hide this pressure plate here. When Cleo stands on it, it's going to deactivate this redstone torch, which in turn will power this piston. So everything is primed. Obviously, it's not all covered up yet, but let's give this a test run. You sit in, it activates, and you fall down. I took a little bit of damage, and then a creeper will blow. I think 1 creeper is probably enough for this. I don't actually want her to lose any items or anything, and I'm scared if there's 4 creepers here. It could be overkill. Maybe we should go into another world and just test that out, because... yeah, we don't want that to go wrong. Right, 1 creeper for each side. She is going to land right here. Man, getting these creepers here is not going to be fun. Let's try this with 0 armor on. Down we go. This is pretty much what she's going to experience. I didn't even get to the bottom. Right, we're not here to test if she dies, we're just here to test if she loses all her items. So, let's try this again. Maybe this time it'll work. I've made a proper tube this time. And here we go. So this is pretty much what she'll experience. Fall down. Boom. Yep. 0 items left. It's a good job we tested that. 1 creeper it is. We don't want to risk anyone losing their items. I've had to do a few refunds in the past, and I tell you, they're not fun to do at all. So we're going to have just the 1 creeper right here. I think we should rename. If we're going for a scare, we're going to rename the creeper to Boo. I never really thought about it before, but when you say Boo, like when you call someone Boo, it's kind of cute. But if you shout Boo at someone, it's meant to be scary, but it's still kind of cute. So Boo's a terrible word for what it's intended to do. It doesn't work. I think I've talked myself out of not doing it, but we're going to do it. Right, let's set this thing up and do 1 last test run just to make sure. Testing! And boom. Okay. Now all we need to do is get ourselves a creeper. And there we go. Hey, Boo. How you doing? Suddenly by calling it Boo, it doesn't seem so scary. Hey, Boo. How's it going? Ah, there's a few Boos in here. All right, come on. I need... ah, Boo took out a Boo. Yeah, this is why this is difficult. All right, there we go. That's the one. Come on. That's it. Right, you need to go right here. Oh, no. Think about this. Think about this. Okay, the hole is right... what did I just see? There's no one online. There's something moving up there. You know, that wasn't so bad. Rename them to Boo. Right, removing that glass is going to be the last thing that we need to do. So, in theory, it gets triggered, she falls down, and boom. Surprise. Aha, this is what was moving around up here. Alright, let's get this thing primed and ready. The only noticeable difference will be that there will be blue carpet there instead of the grey. It's the only thing that might give this away. But let's just remember that while Corralis may be suspicious of our antics, Cleo almost certainly isn't. So, the chairs that... Oh, I nearly forgot. There was a banner, a diamond block, and another banner here. The torch is here to make sure that 1, there's light, and 2, the white concrete powder disappears. So if I remove this, Boo is activated, and we are officially out of here. I've spent a long time working all this out. Let's pop the diamonds back in here, and I have a backup plan if this all goes pear-shaped. So, the trap is set. All we have to do now is wait for Cleo or Corralis to come and sit and see what happens. If we get a decent reaction, I want some mega points. Scaring them is not an easy thing. I mean, I've just spent an hour setting up a stupid chair to fall. So we'll see what happens. But for now, why don't we head back to our base and see what else we can do and what else it has to offer. One thing is for sure, I may have tidied up the build, but I'm about to make this base a proper Grian base. Just chests and shulker boxes everywhere. It's just a bit of a hallmark, really. I'm going to build my new chest monster here. So I was trialing out a little design up here, and I think this could work really nicely. So I want this to feel like a bit of a suspended minecart bridge. Obviously with this, you can't actually put a minecart on it, but this is more for the look than anything else. So I kind of want to have it suspended from the ceiling. So let's do a small example run here and see if we can get this looking good. And I think blackstone would probably work better than cobblestone here, but we'll use that for the time being. Now, if we had a bunch of these and it all went across the ceiling like this, I think it would look really, really cool. So now I've built 2 of the hanging things. I think this works quite well. It works better attached to a wall instead of the ceiling. However, if I just change up some of these torches to be lanterns, I think it gets lit up a little bit better. So, let me just finish this little test run to see if this design works and run it into this wall here, and then we'll think about other ways that we can kind of pretty this place up. Let's take a step back, and I think that's actually added quite a lot of aesthetic to this place. So imagine more of this kind of thing spread out throughout the cave. So imagine a real minecart system going around there. We'll have maybe 1 more of these, and maybe like a hole in the roof as well. So I think there's still lots to do here. I think one thing that this base really could use is a proper entrance. It could really use just something to call it the front of the base, because this door that someone stole is it's not quite good enough, because I think this base has an awful lot of potential. And I think if we can come up with stuff that keeps the sort of wacky, crazy contraption theme, we will be able to make something that looks absolutely amazing in here. And also, I found out there's a little secret thing up here. There's a giant greenhouse, which I saw from the outside, but I didn't realize you could easily get in from the inside. There's like this greenhouse type thing. So, there's also I'm not quite sure what this is. I'm pretty sure it's alive. I'm not quite sure what this does, but I'm feeling like we could make good use of this by adding some really nice greenery and make this feel more like a real greenhouse. As I explore this base, I'm finding more and more things. There's just secret pressure plates that bring up clothes, I think, and then buttons that make them go down again, which is pretty cool. I mean, I don't have different sets of armor, so, I mean, this is pretty rad. And the deeper you go into the cave, I don't even know what this is. I haven't quite figured this one out. I'm really not sure what this one does. there's still a few things to figure out, like the purpose of the jump-powered furnace. This has got to be the slowest furnace that's ever existed. But I've been having a lot of fun figuring out what everything does. So this has been my first day at my new base. I think I might have an idea on how to get the mansion back, but first, I think we should just enjoy our time here and perhaps finish improving the base before we look at even trying to swap back, because, I don't know, it's been a nice breath of fresh air working on a different project which I've just had no input on whatsoever and just coming in and just improving it in whatever way I can. So this has been a lot of fun so far, and I've got to see this project through. If you have any ideas for what we could do here, do let me know. I don't want to take away the essence of the base. That's the main thing. I don't want to take away any of the contraptions. I don't want to build around them. I want to keep everything that's there. I just want to tidy up a few things, but there might be something really drastic that I'm missing. I want to add an entrance, some pathways, and some more detaily bits like this. But for now, I think we've run out of time. We actually got quite a lot done. We did a lot of improvements in the new base, and we set up a trap, which, when this goes live, you will know has been triggered. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do consider leaving a comment to let me know what else we can do here. And if you enjoyed it, please do consider subscribing. And I shall see you in the next episode. Goodbye!